When you come into this world, the first thing you're given is a name. You spend your life making it into something. It's how you come to be known. It's how you're introduced. And as time goes on, it earns a reputation. Your name becomes your signature. And it's often made greater by the company it keeps. And for some, a name begins stories. It bonds generations, even feeds rivalries. It can demand immediate respect and inspire unconditional love. Until ultimately, your name can become how you're remembered. And once it's engraved, it will never be forgotten.
Well, hello everybody and welcome to the Stanley Cup Playoffs live here on the Twitch TV network. My name is Colin Spence and welcome inside. 2 games left of the first batch of round number 4 games here on the network. It's the St. Louis Blues and it's the Seattle Kraken getting each other ready to, battle it out for game number 4 in St. Louis. The Blues trail 2-1 in this series, but they're surely not out of it. As they've been battling, they've been playing hard. Seattle just has the upper edge so far in this series in the game department. Seattle came out in Game 3, played very, very hard. They were a different Seattle Kraken team. Now it's time for the St. Louis Blues team to come out and play super, super hard here in Game number 4. As this series will shift back to Seattle, we will get a Game 5 in this series. We will get lots of Game 5s in multiple series, but this one is very important for St. Louis. You either win to go back with a tie or lose and go down 3-1 to the best team in the Pacific Division. It's the Kraken, it's the Blues, and it's a big one. I'm going to do the pregame picks. They are brought to you by Princess Auto, the home for your tools, the first and last stop for your tools. The pregame picks are brought to you by Princess Auto. I am by myself today, so the pregame picks are going to go just towards me. I'm going to go with the Seattle Kraken. Not the Seattle Kraken. Look at this. The first game, I'm doing the pregame show by myself, and I'm already messing up. It is going to go to the St. Louis Blues. I think they tied this series up at 2 apiece. I think they're going back to Seattle in quite the series battle. I think it's going to be a 3-1 game for the St. Louis Blues. I think the Kraken are going to play hard, but they just can't find anything past Jordan Binnington because I think he puts on one heck of a performance. The 3 keys to victory that are brought to you by Molson. Everyone in. The 3 keys to victory for the St. Louis Blues. Get your top line going. Get the big boys going. Find a way to the net. Crash the net. Joey Decord is he's obviously he's a great, good starting goaltender in the NHL, but you also have to remember that it's Joey Decord. It's not like you're playing against Jordan Binnington. You have him on your roster. Let's try to figure it out and get those big boys going and try to lock it up and find a way on net to Joey Decord. The second key to victory for the St. Louis Blues is continue to be physical. Seattle Kraken has been a very strong physical presence in this series. You need to answer that. You are at home ice. Get your crowd in it. Find a way to make them get up and cheer for you. And then the third one is play solid defensively. Don't give up too many shots. Don't rely on Binnington too much. Yes, he's been playing well, but at the same time, in game number 3, it looked like they relied on him for the whole third period, and a goalie that's consistently getting relied on, consistently getting that many shots, well, you're gonna burn him out. So those are the 3 keys to victory for the St. Louis Blues. On the other side, for the Kraken, it's kind of the same thing. The youngsters have to show up for the Kraken. I want to see Beniers have a good game. I want to see some of the young guys on the Kraken step up, get to that next level, find that playoff energy that they have been trying to instill in that team since the beginning of April. So the young guys need to show up for the Kraken. Number 2 for Seattle, they need to stay out of the penalty box. I know there hasn't been a ton of parades to the penalty box, but they need to stay out of the penalty box. At the end of the day, they are, it looks like in this series that they are the better 5-on-5 team. Okay, so stay out of the penalty box. Yes, play physical. Yes, play hard. Find the game within the game, but keep it within those lines and not try to get into penalty trouble, because the St. Louis Blues could capitalize on that. You don't want to give them any chance on the power play to try to get back into this series. And then the third one is whatever it takes. Do whatever it takes to try to get the win here tonight and try to go back home in Seattle up by 2 with the series in hand, trying to close it out back in Seattle. This is an all-out game for the Kraken. Try to win this game. It's just like the Blues. It's a must-win game. You got to try to win it. Do whatever it takes. Hit, shoot the puck, crash the net, fight. Do whatever you have to do, but try to get the win here tonight and head back to Seattle. Those are your keys to victory, brought to you by Molson, everyone in. James Cybulski, Cheryl Pounder will have the call for you. We're going to send it down to the Enterprise Center in St. Louis. Enjoy game number 4, everyone.
Squads as we get set to drop the puck in game number 4 of this series tonight. Two teams looking starved for a win, and we are set to go. Puck is dropped in. Here we go in this playoff contest. Oh, look at this. Thomas looks around. Moves it quickly over to Dunn. Quick goal here in the first by the road team has changed the momentum quickly.
Well, yeah, quick goal, quick strike, and that's exactly what you want to do when you're on the road. You want to set the tone early. You want to take the life out of the fans. Well, the goaltender, he gets a big piece of this shot here, James. He's got to make this save. Unfortunately, it trickles in. He's not going to like it. He'll want that one back.
Probably confuse a lot of fans just sitting down right now as they look at the score and go, what, there's a goal already?
I mean, some of the fans aren't even getting to their seats yet, James. And I mean, there's a goal in this game, and that's how you silence a crowd. That's how you create your own energy. It's being ready to play right from puck drop.
On the backhand, he scores!
Well, you can't worry about what happened in the game, James. It's all about what you do now, staying in the present. That's exactly what they've done, and they've got the equalizer. Job by the net front player here, looking back, seeing where the eyes of the goaltender are, and moving accordingly. And if you're the goaltender, you got to battle the net front player. You got to find a way to bob and weave and to stop that puck.
The Blues didn't seem phased at all when they fell behind early here, Cheryl. They're already back on the board.
Yeah, and they did, didn't they, James? And I mean, it's about getting to your style of play and finding a way to get there. They do it after that opening goal, and they get the equalizer.
Puck scooped up by Broberg. Sends a pass over. Moves it to Thomas. Along the half wall with the puck. That's easily turned aside. Looking to get it out. St. Louis has possession of it now. Sends it in deep. Seattle's grabbed a hold of the puck. Works it across to Larson. Seattle's gained the line and into the zone. Oh, what a save in front!
Bennington's in it to win it here. I mean, you can see with that save, he tracks and he's so dialed in. It's a competitive nature to challenge the shooter in the slot.
The Blues have it now. Makes his presence known on the ice. Wicked slap shot. Here's a short pass to right. Glove save made by Bennington. St. Louis moves ahead with the puck. Puck set down the ice. We'll get an icing.
Listen, James, I think we got to count the number of hits tonight, and we'll be looking at that in the metrics because it is playoff time. It is time to shine, and you got to physically engage. That's right there is an example of it.
We haven't even hit the midway mark of the period. The next goal could be a big one as we are tied. And with the two tied up off the face-off, a great read to grab possession of the puck. The Kraken have taken possession along the wall. Takes it from the right side. Seattle's got the puck in their own end. The Blues gain control of the puck. Exploring options here inside the defensive zone. Hall's got the puck along the wing. Just a great defensive read there. And he dodges the poke check there. Picked off. Oh, he absolutely crushed him in the corner. Hard hit frees up the puck. Takes the feed in the middle of the ice. Seattle's got the puck along the boards. Slides it diagonally to Gaudreau. Sends the feed in front. Misses the net. Can't hang on to the puck after taking a knock. Moves it on over to Joseph. Odd man rush. Denies him. He got all of it. Puck is frozen and we'll get a face-off. More than half the period has gone by. Hope you're enjoying this one. You can feel the energy in this crowd. It's a tie game. And they'll go on the attack. Great pressure by Neighbors. Quick pass to Cartier. Here's a chance on the attack. Dismiss that chance.
I would have lost the puck 3 times by the time that I'd been handled like that by the coverage. I mean, but he does it. He just knows how to move and maneuver his body around the puck. He can shield it, and he maintains possession for a great shot on net.
Get a little physical there with that collision. Putting the slot. Oh, he got a piece of it to keep it out. Neighbors carries the puck in his own zone. Quick feed to Torchenko. Here's a chance. What a stop. The Kraken have the puck against the boards. Receives the pass. And now he passes it to Stevenson. Seattle's got the puck in the defensive end. Here's an on-man rush. Strong defensive effort. With possession along the wall. And that one's stopped. Goaltender covers it up. We get a whistle to slow things down. Getting into the later stages of this period, we got a tie game. McCann's won it in their own end. Boom! Wow, what a thunderous hit there.
That was incredible. Everyone is on their feet. Man, he got nailed.
St. Louis looks to get things going now with the puck. Intercepted at center by Dunn. Moves it to McCann. Pass in front. And that's stopped. St. Louis with possession in their own zone. Into the offensive end now. St. Louis plays it along the wing. Kicks it away from the crease. Seattle's moving it along the wing. And he gives it over to Larson. Lays the body. St. Louis takes possession along the wall. And a stick in the lane deflects that one away. Inside the final minute of the first here. That's a solid check on the play. Big time stop there.
Whether you're a player they're a goaltender, so much of the training is about reaction, and you can certainly tell that it is coming handy for him because he makes an incredible save just by instincts alone. I'll tell you what, James, that ain't incidental contact. That was intentional, certainly trying to really drive that butt and separate the player from puck.
Officials are in position, and both teams are getting ready as they get set for another face-off here. Puck is dropped, and we are back underway. Stopped by the goaltender. There's the horn. Still 40 more minutes left in regulation time. We'll get to the second period right after this.
Well, everybody, welcome to the second period intermission. We're brought to you by Discover, the official credit card of the National Hockey League. A 1-1 game here in St. Louis, and it almost started in a disaster start for the Blues. Face-off win by the Kraken. The opening face-off. They take a hit, but they skate over the blue line. A nice little soft dump on net goes in through the pads of Jordan Binnington. That was almost very, very bad for the Blues. But Robert Thomas, right after that goal, puck drop, face-off one back to the point, up to Robert Thomas, drives to the net, forehand, backhand, beauty past Joey Decord, and it is a 1-1 game. So, well, the Blues fans can take a sigh of relief. Now, when it comes to the rest of the period, the Blues were the much more physical team. 20-2 are the hits. For the first game in this series, the Blues have heavily out-hit the Seattle Kraken here in the first period, as well as so far the game. But the shots are 9-7 in favor of the Blues. They have been very good on the offensive side of things. Need to tighten it up a little bit in the D zone. And for the Kraken, they just need to keep trying to find pucks to Binnington. It's a war out there. It's going to be a battle. It's going to be tough to get some ice. But they just need to keep doing what they're doing, try to get behind the St. Louis Blues D. And then again for St. Louis, just try to work that puck. Get it a little soft dump in. Try to get on your forecheck. You're the better of the two teams that can forecheck, so utilize that. Get your forecheck in. Battle. Work hard. Put pucks on net. Try to find a way to break this ice. And that's pretty much all the Blues have to do. And the Kraken, they need to keep playing. You keep pumping shots on net. They're doing a good job in the O zone. Just need to tighten up a little bit in the D zone. James Savalsky, Shell Pounder from the Enterprise Center in St. Louis. Take it away.
A clean sheet of ice beckons, and period number 2 set to get underway. Well, let's see who comes out hungrier here in this second as we are still tied. Well, we've seen a pretty good sample size already played thus far. Cheryl, your assessment.
Seattle's got to find some rhythm in this game, James. From an offensive standpoint, they haven't generated a lot, and if they want to break the tie, they've got to start putting shots to net.
Lots of hockey left to be played in this period. It's all tied up. The Blues win it in the defensive zone. And he passes it up ahead to Bushnevich. Shot! Denies him on the slapper! Can't stay on his feet after that hit. DePort's going to hang on for a whistle. And the centers glide towards the dot here as we got a face-off set to go. Thomas wins the draw. They'll look to set up here offensively. Looking to make something happen in the offensive zone. Puck grab by Eberle. Moves it over to McCann. Oh, and some smooth skating to lose the defender there. St. Louis looks to break out in their own end. Let's get the call. The Kraken have found themselves undermanned. Interference the call.
In this game, you're always trying to buy time for your teammates, but sometimes if you hold on a little bit too long, you're going to get the interference call.
A chance to capitalize here on the power play.
The first power play of the game is a real tone setter. You know, you're on your toes, and you're really showing the other team that you mean business. You can be potent, and they've got to be disciplined if they don't want you to capitalize.
Oh, and somehow he gets a sliver of it and keeps him at bay.
Well, those tracking exercises when you're young come in handy when you're older, and this is a prime example. Look at him bob and weave trying to find that puck. He does and makes a save.
Oh, here we go. This team knows how to turn it up another gear, and they have done that here. Throws it across the blue line. Shot! Oh, it's blocked in front. Over to Thomas. Here's it around. There's a save. They are really putting on the heat in the ozone. Look at the pass and clinic they've got going now. Sends it to Fowler. Makes a save. Passes it to Pareko. That's picked up. And they get the puck out of the danger zone. St. Louis gains a hold of it. Kyrou stick handling in his own zone. And he sidesteps the check there. And the save. Slides the puck ahead to Coetzee. Knocks it into the ozone. The Blues scoop it up along the boards. Takes the feed. St. Louis steps inside. Thomas plays it against the boards.
Everly's almost back on the ice.
Redirected shot. Fantastic save. And they'll be forced to regroup as the puck leaves the zone. Seattle's penalty killers deserve a pat on the back as we are still tied.
Specialty teams are so huge in any game, James, especially when it's tied. You don't want to fall behind and have discipline really be a factor in the game.
Rings the puck. Scores! Just as the power play expires, but they still benefit with those extra seconds.
Well, they continued right where they left off there, James. They just continued to move and have a ton of motion. They took it to the net before the player really could get back in and help. He's right in the slot, that prime scoring area. He corrals it on his back, and that's a great play to get it off quickly.
The Blues have gone in front by one here in the second period.
Yeah, and it certainly changes the mindset when you're ahead by one in a very close deadlock game, James. Now they got to push the pace, put the pedal to the metal, and try and figure out a way to cash in again.
Seattle's won the draw in the neutral zone. Slides it across to Fleury. The Blues gain possession. Through center. St. Louis plays it against the boards. Turned aside by McCord. Stevenson stick handling in his own zone. Brought out by Sundqvist. Sends one up to Beniers. There's the collision. Quick pass across to Eberle. Oh, tremendous reflexes as he turns aside the one-timer. Wow. Great read on the block. Moves the puck to the attacking area. He's got a step. Oh, scores! Talk about swing on the finish with that one.
He does the work to get to that position on the breakaway, James. And then the pressure is on. You know you don't get these opportunities all the time. A golden one it is, and he cashes in. Man, has he ever had his legs tonight? Look at him break away from the pack. He's in all alone. It's a one-on-one battle, James, but a little bit of a pause there to get the goaltender to bite, and then he puts it in the back of the net. Well, with that goal against, the coach is salty behind the bench right now. You can just see his whole demeanor. Lackluster effort. They didn't come ready to play. They weren't prepared.
The Blues are clicking on all cylinders tonight, now up by a pair here in the first half of the second.
Well, it's deserved, James. I mean, they've competed in all areas of the ice. They put a lot of shots towards the net, and they've been rewarded for their efforts.
Picks off the pass in the defensive zone. St. Louis looks to move the puck from their own end. A blast! Makes the save! In front of the net, the goaltender covers covers up for a whistle on the play. Well past the midway mark of this period, St. Louis seems to be looking for more after increasing their lead to 2 goals. Suter's got it. Now they'll look to see what they can do with it offensively. Oh, and it just gets a piece of it to keep it out. Wright's got it into offensive territory. Look at that hit. Maybe try to wear down the opponents here. Takes the feed, moving in. And he'll take a moment to regroup back at center. Drills them and makes the save. And tries to make a diagonal pass to Goudreau. Trying to engage a little physicality here. Good use of the body on the play. Grabbed along the boards by Parayko. Takes the feed. Across the line along the left wall. Oh, they telegraphed the pass and he picks it off. Uses the force on that hit. St. Louis gains a hold of the puck against the boards. Tries to feed it over to Thomas. Into the corner of the attacking area. Nowhere for that shot to go through. And they'll be forced to regroup as the puck escapes the offensive end. Loses the coverage there. Holloway's going to play it against the half wall. The Blues gain possession of the puck here in the offensive end. Stops it on net. Blocked, and he may have just stopped a goal.
I think you did, James. I mean, you got to protect the house, especially when it's a great threat shot like that. And, oh, hold on, James. Looks like there's going to be a call right there.
Let's see what the officials are calling. Holloway's going off to the box for 2 minutes.
Well, that's going to be an interference call, and it's a deserved one. You can't impede the forward progress of your opponent, and that's what happens here.
Seattle sending their power play unit out for the first time tonight.
First power play opportunity for this team. It's going to start in the face-off circle, getting possession with the win, and then looking to set up.
Takes a shot. St. Louis will try to kill a few seconds off this penalty. Picked up along the boards by Toru. And he's got that one. Look out. Here's a backhander. Oh, he got all of it. What a save by Nicole. Pass it up ahead. And he gets in front of that one.
Well, he didn't flamingo there. And if you want to be on a PK, you got to make sure that you get to those shooting lanes hard and fast.
And great hustle to come up with the puck. Seattle's got control of it now from their own end. Moves it quickly over to Dunn. Poked away and forces the turnover at center. Angles it over to Beniers. Takes a hit on the play. Here he is, in close. What a blocker stop at point-blank range by Nicole. Denies him again.
This is a fantastic save, James. He's all over it. What I mean by that is he knows exactly where it is and where it's moving. A reason why he can get square to it and make the save.
Here's a save by Binnington.
Great positioning by the goaltender to redirect it to the corner, getting it out of danger.
Here's a shot. Spectacular save on the play.
He's going to win the foot race to the net here, but he's got to have the courage to do it as well. He fights for the space to get the shot off. That's a high danger scoring chance, just doesn't connect.
Oh, how did he get a glove on that? What a stop by Binnington. Less than a minute to go here in the second. Puck sent over to Holloway. Oh, wow. Oh, what a save on the play.
That's such an athletic save, James. I mean, that's just all about competing, finding a way to get to the puck. Well, the bench erupts with that one, and you know why, James? Because he is telling his team, listen, I've bent, but I have not broken, and neither have you. So let's get going here. Let's find a way to get back in this one and tie it up.
St. Louis continues to lead here in the late stages of period number 2. They have been the more complete team offensively. Thomas won the draw, and they'll start off on the attack. Hammers it on net. Stops him cold. Dying seconds, and he makes the save. And that'll bring an end into the second period of play. Let's get a clean sheet of ice and come back with the third period next. Welcome back, everyone. Both teams lined up at center ice, and we are ready to get this third period underway. And the puck is dropped, and we are underway here in the third. Cheryl, 40 minutes in the books now played. How do you view this one?
Seattle's performance through 2 periods of play hasn't been that great, James. They're fortunate to still be in this game. So in the third period, they have to change the mindset. They have to use their instincts, and they have to start attacking. If they're going to shoot the puck from the perimeter, they have to have traffic in front. If they're going to shoot it from the inside, they've got to look for rebounds, and they have to have a killer instinct attitude.
And offside, we'll get a reset here.
Well, that's how you get a puck, James. I mean, you recognize the timing it takes to meet your opponent right at the right time. I mean, that's just an explosive hit, gets the job done.
Lots of time left in this period. The Blues are up 3-1. And off the face-off, they take possession. St. Louis has it against the half wall. Seattle's got possession of the puck. Passes out front. Great defensive heads-up play to pick it off. Looking to make something happen along the boards. Buchnevich is lugging the puck. And he takes the dish. Just gets a piece of it to keep it out. Wow.
The card's been excellent tonight, James. I mean, the score could be a lot worse. The save percentage is great. He's doing everything to keep his team in it. They need to shore up their defensive end and get going north.
And that's poked away. Stopped by the goaltender.
Oh, what a save there, James. I mean, that's situational awareness at its finest, knowing exactly where the threat is in that slow slot and taking all the space away.
Covers it up for the stoppage in play.
Well, I love what he's trying to do here, James. He wants to separate the body from puck, and that's exactly what you got to do. You got to play with a competitive edge and an intensity.
Plenty of playing time left in this frame. St. Louis is enjoying a 3-1 lead to this point. Shooters won the draw there on the attack. Here's a short pass to Hall. Drives it and rips it. Tremendous block on the play.
Well, and the bench really erupts on that one, because otherwise it would have been in the back of the net. Ford's been counted on and relied upon in the big moments of this game to come up with a big save. He almost makes it look easy here, James. You know, sometimes you're not under siege, but you still have to come up huge when the timing is called for. And he does. He comes up big and really gives his team an opportunity.
The Blues have continued to put lots of pucks on net, and they lead it here in the third. McCann's quick stick off the draw wins possession. Tolman is picking up steam. Oh, look at this chance. And not much on that one.
Binnington's made a great save, and even better is the redirect to the corner.
Quick pass to Neighbors. And too much traffic in front blocks that one. We're going to face off after the puck stays covered up. And we're moments away from getting back underway here with the puck drop. Winterton's won the draw inside his own end. Solid hit on that play. Works it across to Cartier. He carries the puck up along the wing. Solid check to slow him down. The Kraken have the puck in the open ice. Cuts into the paint. St. Louis has it near the wall. It's a contact sport, people. There's proof right there. And now he tries to get it across to Tucker. And that's a smart heads-up play by Cartier.
Seattle's been working hard away from the puck, and they're using their awareness to take away angles and seams. And this is something they're doing with their stick positioning. Coach talked about it pregame, how important it was going to be.
Quick shot. Oh, one of his teammates pass was right in the shooting lane there. Quick feed to Tolvanen. Picked up along the wall by Schwartz. Sends the pass over. Drives it to the crease. How did he stop that one?
That's a great save, but the goaltender had to get out to the top of his crease, take away all the ice, and make himself as big as possible.
The Kraken have gained control of the puck along the wall. And that's off a stick. From the point, looks to make something happen. Denies him with the pad.
Hard's made a great save here. Let's have another look at it. I mean, they're in a high-danger area, and he is so dialed in at the top of his crease, very athletic to be able to make this save in correct position.
Past the midway mark of the frame. Been a pretty good offensive display, at least for one side. 3-1 is where we sit. And they win the offensive zone face-off, and here we go. The Colts going to freeze us for a whistle. We'll all get a breather here, Cheryl.
Well, it's a great strategy to pounce on this puck. This is a close game, but they've been heavily outplayed. Just look at the shot clock. He's had to be phenomenal. But this is a great play. I mean, it's a quiet play pouncing on this puck. But there's strategy behind it, James. You want to set the tempo. You want to get the right athletes out there. You want to win this face-off and get the puck out of harm's way.
Oh, he'll feel that one. The Blues take it along the wall. Alexiak's got it in the defensive end. The Blues have it against the wall. Bumped off the puck. Puts it on net. Oh, how did he stop that one? Wow.
Holloway's been a welcome addition back into this lineup, James. I mean, he's been out with injury, but as he gets reinserted in, you can see the spark that he's provided for his team, and he gets a great shot on net.
And a great save. Slides it across to Tolvanen. The Blues gain control of it. Thomas plays the puck. Evans scoops it up here inside the defensive zone. And now he moves it to Stevenson. He got all of that hit. The Blues get a hold of the puck in their own end. St. Louis on the attack. Puck knocked loose after that hit. The Colts got the puck. Well, talk about finishing up strong here.
Well, this tilt is a result of the first two periods. They've both been playing with an edge and a chip, and have exchanged some words, too.
And he drops the hammer to end this one.
But it's an emotional game, and sometimes you got to do what you got to do, whether it's standing up for yourself or for a teammate, and that one's going to end right there with that last punch. Well, some good punches were landed there, and he looks visibly shaken up. I think he's going to need some medical attention, James, at the very least some ice packs.
Both coaches seem to have settled down their benches, and both teams are lining up here for the face-off. St. Louis wins the offensive zone draw. They'll start with the puck. Ref blows the whistle as the puck's covered up.
Let's reflect on that save again. I want to see it because in real time, I thought that puck was going in, James. He manages to find it. Like, listen, you don't make those saves in practice. You don't have that level of desperation. This is urgency. This is instincts, and he makes an unbelievable stop.
The Blues have been the busier team in the shot department, and they lead it late in this third period. McCann's won the faceoff. Scooped up along the wall by Dunn. And he cuffs it up with the pass. And a nice takeaway in the defensive end by Tolvanen. And just like that, from out of nowhere, comes up with the puck. There's the whistle as the puck stopper elects to hang on. Here in the late goings of the period, it's a 2-goal lead we're looking at with the score 3-1. Now they're going to fight, and I have to say, I'm not surprised at all here.
Me neither. We could see this this one coming, James, whether it's the extra nudge on the boards. You've seen the stick work and the chirping all along, and they're finishing it off here.
Down to the ice they go.
Well, they're all tangled up here as the refs are trying to separate them, James, but their mouths, they're still going. Not difficult to see who won that fight. The W goes to the road team all the way.
Looks like the emotions have settled down. They've got calm back on the ice, and let's get this puck dropped once again. Cavaliers has it in their own end, and they're going to start chucking them.
The emotions have escalated over the course of the game here, James, and now as a result, the gloves are being dropped.
Well, Cheryl, fighting's not for everybody, but you know what I don't see right now? I don't see anybody sitting.
Yeah, both benches, right? Standing upright. You know, the stick taps are coming later. You always look at athletes that drop the mitts, defending themselves and their teammates, and you look at them and say, yeah, you got our back.
A wild couple of minutes there, and things have finally cooled down as both teams will settle in for the face-off. Less than 60 seconds left here in the final frame. Oh, and a good textbook hit there. And a quick little stick whip and comes up with a turnover. Steps into the offensive end. Oh, and he's dialed in tonight. What a save on that one. Seattle's trailing. That's why they've got the extra attacker out on the ice and the goalie on the bench. Oh, he denies him again.
What a great job of tracking the puck. Not one, but two consecutive saves.
And he slides it quickly to Joseph. Makes a move in front. Scores into the empty net.
This was right in my wheelhouse, James. These were the type of moments that I played in, and everyone can take a breath now that the insurance marker has hit the 4x6. I can see the body language on them, James. The dying moments of the game, and they're able to get the empty net goal. Everyone can take a deep breath here, as that should do it.
The Blues have had no short of the scoring opportunities tonight, and they have capitalized, and look at the score as a result. Moves it to Dunn. And the crowd's on their feet, saluting the team after a hard-fought effort this evening. And there's the whistle, icing the call. St. Louis is trying to maintain this lead late in the third period. McCann's got it. Well, we've been waiting for this. It's going to finally happen.
Well, the frustration has been bubbling over for the past two periods, and I think it's coming to an all-time high here now, James, and as a result, they're going to drop the gloves.
And there's the winning blow.
Did he ever connect on that one, James? And now look at him on the ice. He's laboring to get up. When the fight started, the fans erupted, and then all of a sudden the tilt went the road team's way, and it got awfully silent in here.
Well, both teams seem to be a little calmer now after a pretty chaotic stretch just a few moments ago. Offenses. Well, you felt this one coming, and here we go.
Well, it's all about the emotional barometer of the game, and you're nearing the end of it. Why not end on a battle and duking it out?
Oh, and it's all over.
Well, it's over. It almost looked uncontested, didn't it? I mean, he took it square, and he had no chance on that one, James. The home side is going to gain a lot of adrenaline after that win. Frustration, physicality, and that fight says it all.
Well, this one's all over but the formalities, so they'll drop the puck one last time. Takes a shot. It's the goal, but can't beat the post. There's the final horn sounding, putting this baby to rest. The Blues everybody in the organization is going to hug smiling.
Now they should be. They had the puck on their stick, and they retrieved it. And once they retrieved it, their opponent was chasing the game, and that is a wonderful place to be, James.